here. Oh, I guess. Hopefully that fixes it. Alright. We get to see Lundgren himself, who, look at that fool. I actually don't know if the rain's still in this version, but I would not be upset if it wasn't. I always really like this whole little mini Fire Emblem quest line you get at the start of Fe7, just because I quite like that mode. Is it perfect? No, but it's fun. Strong suspicion Wallace is still going to be the one we wind up master sealing, but that's honestly fine. I like Wallace a lot. We can at least save it, maybe get him a level against Lundgren, maybe 2 if we're lucky. Alright. Start by just advancing, because there is literally no benefit. How? Yeah, it's annoying, but Wallace is a tank. We'll get the free move anyway. Oh, he just had it. Eight, 7, 8, 7, 4, 7. Let's try and get Earth a little bit more experience. If that's something we can do. Perfect. Heal up a little bit just for both Sarah experience and to be safe. Because Kent is not a goalkeeper. Alright. Well, you can probably take this. Ooh, he's actually decently bulky. Good for him. Not enough to save him, but he got 2 hits out of him. Matthew there. Probably should have moved Nils onto the bridge before that, but it's fine. As long as she doesn't crit, it's fine. Perfect. Thank you, bud. Yeah, we'll just pop the iron bow. Ooh, E rank bows for him? Oh, I just noticed the little bridge up there. I like that a lot. That makes getting down into that middle section a lot easier. That's a Pegasus Knight. That's an archer. Okay, I should not have put Matthew there. Trade Let him attack in. We will rescue here. Figure out how to body block. So I think I'm relatively safe to just... Getting out of the bottom area is not too tough. We could probably just send Wrath and Lynn to do that. Yeah, I'm playing a mod for it, well, ROM for it called Fire Emblem Legacy, which changed a bunch of little things, and I am highly enjoying it so far, and I'm very excited to see what the full changes for Hector and Eliwood modes are going to be. Actually, I think I will use you as a body blocker here. Yeah, a lot of people have been picking up Fe7 again lately, and it's been really cool to see. I highly enjoy this. No, I've played Fe7 a couple of times before. This is my first time with this particular changes for it. We'll just go with ROM for the sake of my brain. Oh, thank you for the heartbeat, by the way. Very kind of you. But I have played base Fe7 a good amount of times. Lynn popping all these low percent crits is nice. It's fine, we'll tank a hit like that. Oh yeah, this is just a normal Lynn hard mode run. Because this mod is great and allows you to just start... That's not really concerning. Start any of the paths on any difficulty at the start. It's real nice. I was thinking of trying out Eliwood hard mode and then switching to Hector hard mode after beating Eliwood mode. It'll mean a little bit of repetition, but honestly, if this mod's enjoyable enough, I'm really enjoying it already, so... Nice, welcome in. Fe7 is a lot of fun. Hey, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you. Yeah, I've seen a good amount of the changes because I think I watched the video when he first dropped it, and then I intentionally gave myself a couple of weeks of not really looking too deep into it to forget a little bit of it because I know I would. To go and do this relatively fresh so I get to kind of get a fresh player's experience for it, which has been a lot of fun so far. And the two of you take him down not reliably enough for my liking. I think just healing and face tanking is probably for the best here. Level 6? Oh, level 8. We are higher level nils than I thought. Could go here. Okay, that doesn't. That was a poor decision. Hope no one's coming here expecting great gameplay. You're getting risky and foolish, but we commit. Especially when Dorcas is dropping those. Alright, Lynn, if you could dodge any of those low percent hits, that would be real nice. Yeah, Urk's been doing okay. I think his defense is pretty similar to Matthew's. He can reliably tank a hit from the Peg Knight and the Archer if he needed to. But I was also pretty sure the Peg Knight was going for Will, so... I suppose I probably should have checked to see if Urk would get doubled, but honestly, losing this Urk might not be the worst thing in the world going into Elliewood mode, because he's fine. Nine speed though, so he wasn't getting doubled, which is nice. Yeah, 5 defense is pretty competent. I haven't chosen Will over Rebecca just yet. I'll have to see how Rebecca's looking once we get into actual Elliewood mode. But this Will kind of cracked, not gonna lie. 13 strength is real nice to see on him. And Archers getting 3 times effectiveness is going to be a thing of beauty in this run. That is the one reason I never used an Archer in Fe7. We'll get Wrath up into the fight. Get a Lucius level up. That is okay. I would love some more speed on you, not gonna lie, buddy. You can go into the river. You have 1 defense. He heals 18. You're not. Oh, he's not doubling you. You're fine. Sadly, we're still in Lynn mode, so he doesn't have his boyfriend just yet. No Raven, the absolute monster that he is. Now, Lynn, dodge. Lynn, please. You can't keep tanking these. Javelin over. Arena with these strength level ups, I love it. I might honestly just pre-promote Wallace so that I don't have to, or don't waste the free Master Seal. I debated trying to grind someone up on this map, but ultimately I kind of want to experience this fresh. Before Hector hard mode, I might do something funny with it. Maybe get like a pre-promoted Wrath or something. Because it's possible to do with the bows you can buy on this map. It's not fun and it takes a long time to do, but that'd be something I could do off screen. That's nice. I don't think money's the biggest deal in Fire Emblem 7, unless they change that for this mod. I don't remember if you can get both Wallace and Geats, but I like Wallace, so I might just go for him anyway. I like my generals, even if I don't think they're the very good classes. Ooh, great Sarah. You can heal up one more time. Lynn has taken a beating these past couple of turns. Look, and just kind of take this guy freely. You only really get attacked by the swordsman, maybe. Yeah, swordsman, but not the cavaliers, so there's nothing to worry about there. Yeah, especially in Fe7, where a lot of the late game maps, where you'd want to use your generals a lot, are really, really big. So you either have to devote an entire unit to carrying them up and down the battlefield, or suffer through their awful, awful movement speed. You could try it. I like the idea. I think they could be less harsh on the generals, because it's not like their combat performance is ever, like, absolutely the best thing ever. They tend to just be really, really good. But then also there's paladins, and paladins have been historically cracked. Especially in the GBA games. Nice, love to see it. I highly enjoy this game, so I am loving all the other fans that are popping out for it. Oh, nice. Love to hear that. Hope you had a good lunch. You don't have vulnerability. You do, right? No? Man, all my vulneraries were in the back. I should have checked that first. Yeah, as someone who grew up with Path of Radiance, Radiant Dawn, Super Kanto, Man, is it real nice, but man, is it unbalanced. And get 2 tries at this before I gotta mildly worry. Actually, no, we're good. He can just double back. $57, not great. 9 at 52. We'll let Urk get a little bit more experience with this one. I tried. Alright, well, let's remove the problem. I think you can just send Lynn down and have you two pivot over to this side. Yeah, mountain. It's probably a good thing we never got mounted mages with Super Kanto. That would be absolutely terrifying. You can only really do 6. Lucius could just drop this man, but we'll give it to Wrath, because he's going to be coming in with the worst start for this squad, if I'm being honest. Poor boy is so overleveled for Lyn mode, and then comes in so underleveled for Hector and Eliwood mode. I don't think we need to buy him a lightning. The 4 charges should be plenty for this map. You know, Kent, at least you can say you are better on average than them in every way. Yeah. Unfortunately, the boost for her going from just straight into Eliwood still kind of aren't enough. He probably needed to be like 14 to 15 range, in my honest onion, to really make him worth using at that point, because by then you've had Will and Rebecca for a decent chunk. You had them for all the Dread Isles, and then I think 2 or 3 chapters of extra for Will, and like 4 extra chapters for Rebecca prior to getting Will. Granted, that could just be me remembering Hector mode, because that is my default for this game. He's still at 19, so we will X. Oh yeah, that's right, you get Isadora in that same... For some reason I always think she's the map before it, but even then... I think the next unit you get after him is Hawkeye, if I remember right. No, it's the Wyvern Knight. He. I wanted to call him Cormac, but I know for a fact that's the 8. That's the Sacred Stones flyer. That's super worth picking up there. Yeah, he's still kind of mid. In my opinion, maybe like the worst GBA Wyvern Rider you get early on. Well, mid-game for him, but He's not bad, but he could use some work. And if he gets snowballing for you well, it's real nice. Okay, so this is still an engineering. Because I think my usual Heaths wind up kind of on par with the Vitas you get, which is a shame because you get Vita really late and she's also pretty mid. Yeah, Cormag nailed the balance for good bulk to speed ratio. Maybe a little overtuned for the game he's in, but I still love him. Granted, they also put him in a game with Seth, so like, even if he was the most broken unit in history, he'd be competing with Seth, who has perfect availability and is just insane. Alright, the Triangle of Death has been formed, and we're good to go. I gotta figure out who I want to start sending this way. Yeah, that's my experience, not with Ross in particular, but with Franz. I don't know what I did to piss Franz off, but like the last 4 to 5 Sacred Stones runs I've done, I have gotten the statistically worst Franzes I've ever seen. Slow, bad strength, low bulk, just would not level anything outside of usually like 1 point in luck and maybe a point in skill every now and then. Bro just hates me, I guess. Not bad, but not good. I'd really like some strength and speed on you, but I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of all I care about for you. I might just see if I can give him something, but I think that would involve buying a steel bow, because 8 strength, base 15 damage, and I think Lundgren's base defense is 17, so yeah, you need the steel bow. It's doable, just a mild hassle. Yep. That's Wrath for you. There's a low likelihood Wrath gets used, if I'm being fully honest, because, oh boy. They give you a couple of solid archers, and then they give you Wrath. Which is a shame, because I really like the Nomad classes. Sue and Sin in FE6, fantastic units. Wrath, real interesting character. Sell that. Short bow, there's only knights left, so we can just sell that for a little bit extra. I don't have anything else I can kind of... We are never going to use this Armor Slayer, so we can sell that for a little extra money. Just in case I wind up needing more than one steel bow. because it's happened before when I tried to do some Wrath strats. Okay, this is still C's gate, so that's not a problem. Yeah, the worst part is Wrath has a lot of potential to be good. He just doesn't get the opportunities to really make use of that. He's potential, man. Game facts, that's something I haven't thought about in a long time. Damn. Hey, thank you for the follow, Micah buddy. Very kind of you. Here's the javelin, nothing to worry about there. Oh, you don't even move. Yeah. Yeah, his support with Lyn is kind of boring, which I think is sad, because they could have had a lot of interesting things. Lyn would do alright with the Armor Slayer. The problem is the Monikati does the same thing and has a crit benefit and weighs her down less. So, in my opinion, the Armor Slayer is kind of if you're wanting to use like Kent or Sane against him. Because you could use Matthew, but I don't know why you would. I mean, even without that, we might still get Lyn above level 10, just because she might be who I use to tank Lundgren out of his hand axes, and maybe chip into him. Because I think I am going to commit to getting Wrath to level 10 and promoting him, just to give him some use on his chapter, if nothing else. Oh yeah, trust me, I have abused that method for maybe the worst candidate, because I would use it a lot on Will in base Fe7, who is not good. Nah, I wish Shadow Dragon had this kind of art style. I would absolutely play it more. Yeah, it's a great way to get Niles up to a good level for when you want to do... I remember what the double X Gaiden chapter. I never remember what the actual name of it is. Just because you need, what, Niles to be like minimum level 8, and if you don't do it before Lyn mode, it's a real pain in the butt to do it in Eliwood or Hector mode. You get so little time with him during that. Yeah, we'll give it. Come on, Urk. I'll have to look up the Gaiden requirements for this game again, because I forget a lot of them, because I don't like doing the Gaiden chapters in this. They're really cool for the story, but oh my lord, are some of them... Oh. 19... He needs one more point of strength to hurt Lundgren. That's unfortunate. Yeah. But yeah, the Gaiden chapters, super interesting lore. They're maybe some of my least favorite maps to play. I like the magic seal idea in concept. In execution, it's mildly frustrating because they tend to pair it with units that are just awful to deal with. So I used to be die-hard Hector the Rector fan. The past couple years, could not tell you why I have gained such a fondness for Eliwood. Just from the fact that I had one run of him where he was doing really well and I was reading a bunch of more of his supports. And by that I mean the 5 the game lets you. And like, I realized I'd kind of been undervaluing him. Eliwood had never been like my guy. He was never one of my favorite lords. But the more I read about him, the more I'm like, yeah, no, I kind of get it. I'm vibing with Eliwood lately, so he's kind of become my favorite by just the proxy of recency bias, I guess. But I think all 3 lords, excellent characters. Pick up an extra heal to pass to Sarah. And just to check. Yeah, 0 damage with the steel bow. Lynn's real fun. I like Lynn a lot. My one wish for Lynn was that they went with a different method for the Constitution in this game, because it hurts her the most out of the three lords, which is impressive because it hurts Eliwood a lot too. And the fact that her legendary weapon in the base game reduces her speed by what, like 10 to 12 or something ridiculous like that? Just an absurd amount. I don't know if you've checked the battle forecast, buddy, but you don't one-shot. Which means Lynn is in the perfect position she wants to be in. Oh. She does no damage with wind. Did I read that wrong? I thought she dealt 4 damage each with the wind edge. Nope, I just can't read. Okay. So we should not be doing this with Lynn. Probably shouldn't do it with Lucius, but it'd be real funny. You can do this relatively safely, shockingly. No crit chance. We do okay damage, and he has an okay hit rate. We could sit here for a year, though. That's 1 experience, so we might as well just do it with the Iron Bow. We'll get him 14 to start. Maybe Heresy in the Fire Emblem community, but having played through FE6 only a couple of times, I've actually never been a huge Roy fan. I think he's fine, but I genuinely think his performance in combat kind of kills him for me. Just with how long you gotta baby him. And then when he finally starts getting good, he hits his promotion cap, and then you don't get to promote him until, I think it's the second to last map of the game. Oh, I do not miss that as a mechanic. I get the story reason why. Boy, is it frustrating. Oh, I forgot to move Lynn out of his range. That's fine, honestly. Character Erica, gameplay Ephraim. Because I hate the fact that if you do Erica's route, you miss out on half of the story, but it's the half where things happen. Because on Erica's route, you are gathering allies for a war, and then you meet up with Ephraim and you find out, oh, by the way, we already killed the Emperor, and Leon is the only major bad guy left. Because we just defeated Kalak and... Why am I blanking on his name? Creepy Wyvern Rider who's not Arshin. Valter, yes. Thank you. Because, like, Ephraim gets to go invade, or counter-invade, I suppose. Go fight the Emperor, go do all the cool stuff, and Erica is on the run from a merchant military and recruiting allies. Very important things, not exactly thrilling. I wish her plot was centered maybe more around like what Reeve was doing in the background. That could have been cool to deal with. But then they'd have to let Erica do things, and they didn't want to do that, which I have always fundamentally disagreed with. I'd fully believe it. We've seen how he reacts to, I mean, most women realistically. Alright, Wrath. Only a few hundred more, or a few dozen more of those and you might level. How committed am I to the Wrath bit? At least Urk's getting some love out of this. Got 9 more shots. If one of y'all could get hit with this hand axe per turn, that'd kind of be ideal here. Enter. I'm gonna go pick up another heal if we need it. Oh, I can speed this up by turning animations off, because this is going to be a whole lot of just Wrath and Urk, if I'm being honest. Options off. Getting Sarah level ups too is also nice. Magic and resistance, I'll take that. Just for comparison, Will with the iron bow is doing better than poor Wrath with the steel bow. How many? 32. I think at this point, just let this go till it burns out. I'm gonna be honest, I think this might be Urk's best performance against Lundgren for me. I don't know what that says about him, but it says something. I just actually got like 34. That's enough. You have 46, 84. You have more than that, actually. I mean, I get it. Man's super handsome. I'm just hoping he gets a good level up so I can promote him and not feel mildly upset about it. Speaking of, I can trade the Master Seal brought him. You don't die to 2 shots, so this is perfectly safe. Yeah, they're a blast. I think we can just let Urk chill for now. Magic speed, that's pretty good for Urk. I mean, I definitely played these games totally legally, Nintendo. Please don't hurt me. Never mind how I got this mod working, Nintendo. Don't worry about it. Oh, whoops. We can just stick them on a healing hand style. First iron bow broke, but that doesn't matter a ton. This Sarah's gonna be a monster when she promotes, damn. Good luck, that's all perfectly fine for you. So welcome to the thrilling attempt to make Wrath viable. We might be here. For anyone who's wondering, yes, I used to do this for fun in my free time. We need 74. We're gonna burn through the entire steel bow and the rest of the iron bow, but it's gonna happen, I guess. Actually, we could probably switch to the iron bow just so that the off chance, or if he gets a strength level up, or the strength bonus from promotion is enough for him to hurt Lundgren, we might still be able to feed him a kill. Oh, I have heard about Andoran Saga. I know it and Rebellion Saga take place in the same world. I've been unsure which of the order to play them in, because I've seen a lot of really good things about them, and I'm terrified to look it up on the fact that it might contain spoilers. Andoran first, okay. I will have to check that out, because I have heard a lot of good things about those games, and they look real good. Because despite being in the Fire Emblem fan base for a very long time, but I have played tragically few. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I didn't know they're still getting updates. That's really cool. Yeah, I have played tragically few fan games. I think Thabe's Overwritten being the primary one that comes to mind. The Morrow's Golden Country is also really good. I hope I said the name right, because I watched a YouTuber who kept calling it the Morrow's Golden Sorrow, I think. Just because that's also a really good name, and it stuck in my brain real bad. Yeah, TMGC is so good. I should do another run of that soon. I'll pick up an extra heal just to be safe. I've heard a lot of good things about the Hag and White. The main premise of that is your main character is like the only person who can heal in the game, right? So there's only one healer in the game, and it's the character, the Hag and White. I'm always a fan of world building as an explanation for in-game mechanics. 8 rank bows. Archer lore. That's interesting. Okay, Wrath and Lundgren have just decided that they want to stare angrily at each other. A healer Jagan. Now that sounds like my cup of tea. So, about that. Wrath currently is in a state where, even with a steel bow, he has gained no points in strength from leveling up. So he currently cannot hurt Lundgren, so that's what this little training arc is for. Jesus Christ, apparently it's the Sarah training arc, though. Yeah, my Wrath, he's only gained 1 level in this run, so it's not the most surprising, but that 1 strength is real important to him. And I think they may have buffed Lundgren's defense a little bit for this ROM, so... sell these 2 lockpicks as well, just to keep money on the healthy side. So I'm probably going to need an extra steel bow, because I wasn't accounting for the fact that he does double. Don't worry guys, only 32 more turns. Welcome to the thrilling Fire Emblem gameplay you all come to watch. Just to be safe. Could probably sell the hammer too. I don't remember what the exact thresholds are, but I think one of them's above 6. Just to be safe. Alright, Nill's getting some defense. Love to see it. Yeah, there's a lot of good times you can do archer 1-2 range specific training for characters in this game. It's real nice for, say, when you want to try and level up a really bad mage like her. Fine, Wrath can still take a second hit, so he'll be fine. Yeah, what is that? Battle Before Dawn. I remember there's usually a strat I would do to make that mildly less tedious, but mildly being carried some heavy lifting on that one. Sometimes your green units will just throw themselves to their deaths, and there's nothing you can really do about that. Speed Hector does sound nice. That's very funny though, because Eliwood's speed growth is great, but Hector's is real bad. Yeah, that sounds about right. Eliwood, much like Wrath, king of potential, could be fantastic if his growth cooperate. It just requires his growth to cooperate. Yeah, I think if Eliwood were given any weapon but swords, a lot more people would be kinder to him. But the fact that he's a sword lord in a lance-heavy game that excels at nothing makes him real hard sell. Yeah, the RNG definitely plays favorites, like Sarah here. Or our absolutely cracked, strength-blessed Florina. Come on, Wrath. Just 48 more times. Why did I sign myself up for this? Oh yeah. Florina, I think in her first 3 level ups, got strength all 3 times. I'm like, alright, she's on the main team. I can't not bring her with those growths. Lynn actually got some pretty good strength level ups. She kind of dipped on her last couple, but early on, I think she got 2 or 3 points consistently. Yeah, I'm getting scared of Sarah. I'm not going to lie. She's getting so good that I'm actually worried. Something bad's gonna happen. just need you to hit 1 every round forever. What did our Lin wind up with? 9 strength? 9 strength, level 9 Lin is not ideal, but it's fine. It's better than her bulk. Yeah, Sarah's a strong contender for the books at this moment. If she makes it all the way to late game, she's going to be a monster. She's already got 14 speed, 13 magic. Slap a light tome in her hands right now. She's ready for mid game. I love to see that because I don't know why. Eric's stats confuse me because he has good growths. But I don't believe that from my personal experience. Damn, that's nuts, because Pens is trapped. You saying, Sarah? That's pretty good. Alright, Wrath, we're almost there. Just 40 more. Yeah, we were having a little conversation about Heath earlier. I find him to be fine. He can fulfill a role, he's just not great. Yeah, that's a good way to put it. The only difference is their roles are reversed, where Urk is your early game mage and Pent comes in the mid game, and then Harkin comes in after you already have Raven. And Raven being the absolute monster that he is. God, if this game gave you Pent early. Fun fact about the version I am playing, FE Legacy, you get both. Oh, that's so sad. I love loot. That is true. Eric does get the perk of being better than Nino on average. Well, not on average, but better by the fact that you have him for the entire game. Whereas Nino comes in not far from his starting level in the last 5 chapters of the game. I actually need one more. He needs 32, which means he needs, yeah, 1 more steel bow. Not the end of the world if we don't end this with the money bonus, but I would like to, but it's okay. Yeah, how close is his axe? 3 more uses. So, only 3 more god level ups for Sarah. God, she's cracked. Sarah's going to be a problem when we get our first promotion item. I like how I could have promoted Sarah here. Save myself some time and some effort. Oh, thank you for the finger heart, by the way, Nolan. I don't know when that got sent in, because TikTok's being weird about that. But thank you for it. I missed it earlier. Because we could have just had this cracked Sarah pre-promoted by now. Let her go into early game Eliwood and Hector mode as a bishop. Yeah, Wrath is unfortunately in a bad place in this game just because in Lin mode he's so over-leveled that he gains no experience, and then in Eliwood mode he comes in so under-leveled that it's hard to really do much with him. Bro just gets the Wombo combo. Yeah, we can heal there. I am very excited for Fortune. From the looks of things, they do waste on or use up both shots on the 2 hits. So long as they hit. I am extremely excited for Fortune's Weave because I like 3 houses a lot. And if they can add a little bit more, this might sound like a weird saying, a little bit more Fire Emblem essence to it, I will be ecstatic because, damn. Speaking of damn, good lord, Sarah, have a little bit of chill. Her growths are good, but they're not that good. Wait, what's her HP? Okay, that's good. Yeah, buying the Switch 2 was my biggest fear for it. Luckily, I have an amazing partner who saved up a bunch of overtime pay and bought one for Christmas because they're awesome. And I cannot thank them enough for that. Yeah, I played Engage, which I believe is the one with the rings you're talking about. Very fun game to play. Could not take most of it seriously because the writing quality is not good. Not the worst I've seen, but it's a very Saturday morning cartoon is the way I'd put it, where things just kind of happen for the sake of the plot. They really are. It had some fun moments in it, and the gameplay for it is really, really good. Cannot mention that enough. Maybe some of the best in the franchise when they want to be. It's just that so much of that game's writing is questionable at best. The thing is, it taps into something I didn't realize I missed in Fire Emblem, from specifically 3 Houses, especially being that most recent game. Especially on the higher difficulties, the game will kick your teeth in, but specifically on hard mode, which is the mode I played the most on, in ways that feel fair, because they will give enemies smart AI, they will give them good positioning, and it's not just a challenge of, can you build broken skills? There's a little bit of that still, but it's just, pay attention, use your units well. And keep an eye out for the absolutely shit-your-pants terrifying enemies who can one-shot you. Alright guys, we're almost there. $11 more activations. Yeah. Also, fun fact for anyone who tends to make use of like avoid strats or maxing out your defensive units, if they have 0 hit or will deal 0 damage, enemy AI will just ignore the guy they can't hit or hurt. I kinda love it. And by kind, I mean I love it a lot. Alright. We're getting close. Just a little bit more wrath. Please get a good level up from this so I don't feel like this was been a huge waste of time. Alright, Wrath after this is just one more turn. And then we see if this was all worth the, like, 30 minutes I put into it. Not super worth it. But we're committing to the bit. When Nils hits 20, he essentially just stops gaining EXP if it's like the base game. He'll still be useful as a dancer, but he just stops getting stat ups. Alright, that's the Wrath we're going to be working with. Marginally better than usual. He can now hurt Lundgren though, and we're not going to make use of that fact. You can tank a hit from him safely. Oh, I forgot to turn animation back on. One moment. We'll let you heal Wrath just for the sake of it. Probably should have moved Wrath out of immediate way. That's right. He gains a special chapter when he hits 22. I always forget that's one of the conditions, but it's fine. I'll probably show those when I do the Hector mode, because you can get the secondary ones, or the secondary one. I don't remember how many of Hector's are alternate chapters versus... I didn't have the Lance Reaver equipped. This just puts us right back there, right? Oh no, I did. He just hit a 40%. Okay. So let's go ahead and do one of these. Well, that was a good use of 30 minutes. Alright, so now that I know Peg Knight's come down here... Yeah, we spent a long time leveling up Wrath. We're not doing that this time. Oh my god, we're at an hour. Yeah, we're not... Wrath might just suffer in, sadness on this one. Absolutely. Thank you for the cake slices, by the way. Very kind of you. I'm so excited for Path of Radiance on Switch 2. Well, now that I know that this bridge is here, I genuinely do not care about you. We can let you run through the mountains for a while. Alright. You're gonna plug this way. The Ike games are very good in my opinion. I think they do a lot of really good with the Fire Emblem franchise. Path of Radiance issue is that it's very mount focused. So you get a lot of units that you're very excited to use, and then you just wind up using Cavaliers and Pegasus Knights because they're the best, and the Wyvern Riders you get because they are the best options for every scenario. Radiant Dawn fixes that a little bit, but it also introduces the problem where the support system in that game is hot garbage. All supports are generic, and none of them matter. I mean, there's a couple that do matter for, like, secret stuff, but we're not going to talk about that because it undercuts my point. Yeah, it's... Radiant Dawn and Shadow Dragon Remake have a lot of similar problems, in my opinion. My honest onion. I think it was just that era of Fire Emblem especially, where they were trying to figure out how much they wanted supports to mean, and the answer they fell upon for those games was not at all, for some reason. We'll move out of Archer's danger just in case. Oh yeah, you can boss abuse so brutally in Shadow Dragon with all the tools they give you. I don't know if I've hit 42, but I've definitely done a good chunk of them. I'm probably sitting somewhere in the 30s for Path of Radiance and the high 20s for Radiant Dawn. Those are my jam. You haven't tried it, by the way? Radiant Dawn Plus from Game Banana, excellent mod for Radiant Dawn. Kent, just don't die to an archer. You shouldn't. But also you're Kent, and you are kind of unlucky. I am also very much a sucker for the Path of Radiance Radiant Dawn animations. Are they the prettiest? No. But they hold a special place in my heart, especially since they were the first 3D animations Intelligent Systems worked on, and they do pretty well. We're not going to talk about how Lynn, with a Lance Reaver equipped, took a hit from Lundgren that I thought she would survive, but because I read her health wrong. Because that didn't happen. We just had ran into some technical issues, I promise. Yeah, GameCube was stacked library-wise for games. Oh yeah, music and the Tellez games is excellent. Are we doing a 3-man attack so we can set up for a Matthew kill? Yes. Should we? No. It's Matthew. He's not a combat unit. Look at my boy. 30% strength growth. That's lower than Lynn's. But also, it's Matthew, and I love him. Kent, you probably can't get it to the point where Lucius one taps him. But you can at least make it relatively safe for him to do so. Or you'll tell me whether or not I should even bother. Because if Kent missed there, Lucius was not about to do this. I knew it was. Yeah, Jafar getting those absurd bases, even with his low growth, means that you could level up Legal and Matthew. I guess. Not a whole lot of point to it. I have learned to never doubt the Lucius crits, because he will. Just for everyone. Yeah, when Lucius comes back, he's going to be a demon, and I love him for it. Erk's mildly in danger, but it should be fine. And also, with Erk, if he goes down in Erica mode or Lynn mode, he probably comes back better than the one I have right now, so. We can end here. Honestly, if my punishment for not paying attention to damage numbers is losing that Sarah, it's deserved. I would love to have that Sarah. I don't think I deserve that Sarah with my gameplay. Alright, can we dodge those? It'd be real cool if we could. They shut up way faster than last time. Iron sword's fine. him up. You two can as well. Well, we'll get to see soon, because Sarah's already close to leveling up. Also, I just looked over and realized we're at 4K likes. Y'all are beasts. I don't know how you got it to go up that fast. My boy Will gets a level up. If he could get some speed, that'd be nice. It's not speed, bud, but I'll take it because your skill could use it. Any chance you can double? Actually, no. I can't even risk it with that archer there. Actually, go for 69. Nice. The game definitely glitched, and I didn't put Lynn in front of Lundgren thinking she would take 20 damage with her 23 health instead of 23 damage with her 23 health. Thank you, Z-Rod, for the follow. I appreciate it. Listen, I may have forgotten that a good Lin is still a Lin. Very fragile. Do not put in danger. But also, you know, 40%. Come on! With a Lance Reaver equipped. I thought it was safe. My greed is sickening. I don't love the 4% crits against you, bud. Also don't love that you didn't double that. That guy's holding an Armor Slayer. Yeah, the Wrath, honestly, probably better off that we lost that one. He might have done us a favor by causing us to get kicked back to the start. Alright, they're still going for Farina. That's not great, but not the worst. Even doubling up into her, they don't drop her. And then we have two archers right there. If he can get a strength roll, that whole situation won't happen. We will double you back. Yeah. The thing with Sarah is, with her high roll, she'd very likely become a combat mage, just because even a very good mage Sarah, still not as useful as just a really good level, or okay level to Priscilla. Because mounted healers are really, really good. Iron bow here. And he gets no experience even on this map. Put you here. Try and draw both of them in if you can. 11. 9. It's not great. And you only do 3. Kent's probably not making it onto the final team. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Kent's kind of been trash. He had a really good performance early on, but his level ups have not been good. Thank you, Lynn. We'll drop this guy. You on the water? No. Okay. I want to be surprised, Burke, but I really can't be at this point. You can definitely survive another round of those, because you just survived one entirely unscathed. And then you will go with the Slim Lance, just in case he decides he wants to poke into you. I don't crit this guy. Perfect. Hey, we got more strength on Lynn. I think that's the first time Wallace has taken damage this run. Good for that guy. Alright, this actually went pretty well. So now we can start chipping with Will. Start swinging you over to heal up this squad. I do like the addition of this second bridge in the middle. That's a really good call from the mod maker. Just to give you a second way to get up into the fight over here. I think it really depends on how good your Sarah winds up being, if classing her up is worth it. The one we had pre-reset, probably worth it. We'll see how well this one turns out. Lucius crit. My goat. But honestly, even with where her bases are now, not an awful idea to promote her if you don't have a major who's getting close to cap. Just because then she can actually counterattack. Speed, luck, and resistance. I'll take that. Well... I'm not going to give Dorcas too much love this time, just because he's already, I think, level 7, and he's going to be coming in Eliwood mode, so man's going to be real good for that point in the game. Matthew could use some help. Matthew could use some help in every version, but especially when you don't get the Hector mode free 2 to 3 kills with him. And a Wallace miss. Not what I meant at all, buddy. Alright, we can feed that guy to Will. And we can start channeling these knights. Get them... A little worried on that one, not gonna lie. Should be able to start a choke point here. I wonder if Wrath can actually just get to that point with a short bow, because that might just be easier than having... Yeah, we'll do that instead of having Kent support. That frees up a couple more units to help deal with the Dark Mage over here. Not super scary, but he hits hard. And I don't love him. No crit from Farina, but that's fine. drop him. You might use up your last 2 lightnings. We'll save those for longer. I think we'll just give this one to Lynn. Most likely. And if not, we have Matthew on standby, we have Dorcas on standby, and we can dance for Sarah. Only 10 experience, wow. It's not the worst thing in the world. She probably will get one more level up, getting her to 10. Which is a little further than I'd prefer her to be going into Elliewood mode, because it makes it much easier to just accidentally get Geets instead of Wallets, which you should do, by the way, because Geets is just better. But I like Wallace. He's got Wall in his name. He was born for this. Ooh, crit. Iron bow. That is true, however, I like crits. Lynn's good at crits, that's kind of the only defense I have for her. Is it a good investment to level her up? No. But it's fun. Yeah, both of Lynn's classes have excellent crit animations. This mod also lowering her legendary weapon from making her essentially, like, I think it's minus 10 speed at base to, like, I think she's minus 3 or 4 in this version is so much nicer. So she can actually still do her job of doubling people with her legendary weapon. I have always been a firm believer in the use whoever you find fun. So I 100% understand doing the Lynn Strongman build. Because I'll do dumb shit like that all the time. I've taken Arthur on so many of my conquest runs that it probably should be some kind of diagnosis medically, but I'll keep doing it. Alright. Now you only need one more experience, buddy. And I'm going to give it to you. But not this turn. Whoops. If you don't get strength, I will leave you at this level, and you will do nothing for the remainder of the game, most likely. But if you get strength, I will buy 2 steel bows and see where we wind up after getting you one more level, or getting you to 10. I might even be willing to burn the energy drop. Hero Ross for building an optimal unit, Berserker Ross for the fun. I love me some Axe Boys. Alright, Wrath, show me strength, and we will see if you are invested into. Alright, Wrath, you're a bench warmer. No one can say I didn't give him a chance. I gave him 3 level ups, technically, and he got strength on none. Speed's are pretty good on Ken. 11 your defensive growth is not that high, buddy. You have a 30. Where's your strength? Why do y'all hate you have a 50% strength growth, Wrath. Where has that been, bud? Florina's gotten so many strength level ups, and hers is 40. Oh, I'm a little heated on that one, I'm not gonna lie. We will use Wallace. Plug the gap. Not what I wanted, buddy. Echoes is fun. Not my personal favorite game, but I adore the art style. I just was not a fan of playing through that game. They took my axes away. I understand they weren't in base Gaiden either, but axe. We're gonna do something funny. We're gonna do some Urk investments. Armory, we can just go ahead and sell all of this because you're not gonna be fighting anymore. You're gonna be selling the hammer. And we'll give Sarah. I mean, at least Ross is also debatably the most usable of the super trainees. Your favorite super trainee could be Amelia. I remember trying to get her a level on her join maps. I had a lot of hope. I had a lot of faith in my abilities back then. Okay, who do we want to give the strength to? Could get Lynn to 10. You don't need it. You probably don't need it. Yeah, 55 is good enough. Matthew would be a waste on. Urk probably won't need it. I don't think I'm using Kent. Will could be fun. Wallace could be fun. That is true. You do get the tower, but trying to use them in just like a normal run where you're not abusing the tower a ton or only doing it sparingly, they're kind of frustrating, I ain't gonna lie. I love the boy. He's the only dark mage in that game. I don't know who this Knoll fellow people think exists is. But boy, getting him to that point is awful. Am I feeling spiteful enough to level up Will to 10? No, I think we just accept the fact that Wallace is going to be our promote for this one. Howdy. Welcome in. Alright, we get a Sarah level up. Still pretty good. Not as cracked as before, but honestly, I didn't deserve that at this point. Nice. There's a handful of us around. Guts is a really excellent one if you're looking for another guy who streams more often than I do, really. For Fire Emblem. Love his content, by the way. But I don't know actually a ton of other Fire Emblem streamers here on TikTok. Yeah, I love Will a lot. I am so glad that they gave him 3-time effective bows, because I've been a diehard proponent that that's all Will really ever needed to be a great archer. think we give Lynn the strength drop. Get her to 10. Just make her as glass cannon-y as possible. Doesn't need much help with it, but getting the cannon side is nice. We will start by just giving all of these to you because Wrath is functionally not a unit anymore. I gave him 3 chances to get strength on 50%. I can't do much more than that guy. Thank you for the roses, by the way. Very kind of you. Oh, and thank you, Peyton Price, for the follow. Appreciate it. What else I care to sell? This is chapter 10, otherwise known as the final chapter of the prologue of Lynn's mode. I hate the fact that it resets to chapter 11 instead of chapter 1, which always throws me off. But we're essentially finished up Lynn's mode, and then I'm jumping into Elliewood hard mode, and then we're going to be doing Hector hard mode after that. Because I want to see everything that this mod has changed. Well, ROM mod, I'm never sure what to call it. And it's going to probably be a consistent thing for the entire playthrough. Bro can do good damage even to a knife. Last time you didn't move, let's see if you move this time. Go sit in the shame corner. I have not played Vision Quest. I've heard a bit about it. My experience with it is very limited, though, because I haven't even actually watched a playthrough of that one, if I'm being honest. If I remember it, it's one of the older Fire Emblem ROM hacks, but I'm not sure if they mean like an older game or just old as in made from before a lot of the ROM hacks got real popular. I think it's on my list of ones that I still need to get through at some point. That list expands the longer I stick around on the Fire Emblem side of the internet. I did not play a lot. I just love to check it out. My current goal is going through Andoran and Rebellion Saga, which I've, as of this stream, found out that Andoran is the first one you should play, and I'm very excited for that. Because I thought they looked real neat at first, and didn't know which order to play them in, and didn't want to spoil one without knowing which one to play first. I gotta check to see what Thunder would do to him. I will have to keep that in mind. That sounds real good, damn. Good. Or level up. We got more magic. We got some speed. So he does need a steel boat up there. You don't have a steel bow. You do. does 9, 10 points accuracy, swing. I think we will leave Erk here and just start leveling up Will and use the Master Seal on him. Mostly because I want Sniper Will. Is it the best investment? No, it's not, but it's fun. And it guarantees me using Will for a while, which I'm always down for. We're essentially trading HP for HP with Lundgren right now. That's honestly fine. Especially when we get level ups like that, Will. Alright, now we are going to turn them off for now and start chipping him down. And then we do need her to heal everything. Okay. And this time we're not going to get overconfident. We are going to be checking damage numbers because I don't want to do this again. He's effectively losing 6 health a turn? 7. Gaining 4 back. No, we're losing 6. We're doing 4, he's gaining. Or we're doing 10, he's gaining. The funniest thing is, we had to reset this map because I can't do math, and got Lynn killed. This is our second Sarah who's been doing well. Because the previous Sarah was getting like 4 stats every level up. She was insane. Do something a little cheeky and start chipping in with the Iron Bow so you're getting some health. Strength, so he's doing 2 now. I'm mostly just looking to get Will to 10, which we just achieved. Because I'm going to be promoting Will. And I think she can just end this now. We got this nice handy Earth Seal, and I like Will. And when we did it for Wrath last time, we died for it, so... It's not the actual reason we died, but I'm going to keep blaming Wrath, because he, in 3 level ups, got no growths for strength on a 55%. Hey, thank you for the roses, very kind of you. Thank you, Peyton. Yeah, it's mostly just because I have the item for it. I forgot to turn animations back on, but you know what? That's what Lundgren deserves. He doesn't get animations. He's not cool enough. The hope is Matt gets good enough levels where promoting him into Assassin is viable. If not, I'm hoping Legal does, because I don't want to use Jafar, because he's really, really good. And I like using the scrungly units. But before we finish this map, we're gonna promote Will. Probably means he's not on the endgame team, which I'm a little sad about. But it means we get Sniper Will when one squad rejoins us. That is true. I could show off the assassin triangle attack, which is something I actually forget is in this game a lot. Oh, that 15 strength is already still nice. Only the bold dude were bench pen for her. Probably not that bold this time. Pent might not be on the team just because I usually like to use Lucius and Knas. Oh, I could use Nino. How much do I hate myself? We'll see how spicy I'm feeling after this game. Man, I love the art in this game. These little sepia tone art pieces are so good. Assassin's Mages is pretty fun. I don't know that I could do that fully through a playthrough because I like a lot of class diversity. I think that's how I have a lot of fun in Fire Emblem, especially. I've never been huge on just using one or two different class types. Hey, thank you for the follow. Very kind of you. DJ Saintil, I think is how you say that. If not, I am sorry. I appreciate it. Love seeing all the Fe7 fans around. It really is. I'm honestly surprised how many of the things in this game younger me was able to do, because I was a stupid kid. I'm a dumber adult now, but I was definitely a stupid kid. Yeah, a lot of these scenes hit harder when you kind of like get to be the point where you start understanding the actual emotional moments in this game. Howson's recovery, all the stuff we get with Uther later is gonna hit. Eliwood's reunion with his father, who we're in for some good stuff. And they were roommates. Will really did just kind of get kidnapped. Man got the worst case of Stockholm syndrome. Yeah, you guys kind of took me from my village, said you're fighting for us now, and I guess I've just grown used to it. I mean, we made it through this with only Sane perishing to my poor decisions, and technically Lynn once. I'd say that's pretty bad. It's not. It's real bad. Fe7's not one I should be using units on with how often I've played this game, but a skill issue on my part. Kent, Knight of Lycia, who is probably not going to be used much in the late game. Knight Commander of Kalen, and he's just okay. Sane, who we will see in Hector and Eliwood's mode, he can just hit hard as his main thing. Florina, we're going to be using her. She's a monster. Love her. Will, who is going to become the actual Jagan, because Marcus never really falls off. We're gonna get a Jagan about a third of the way through the story. It's great. Dorcas, I might use Bartray this run, we'll see. Both of them kind of flip-flop back and forth between who I use. Depends on how well Bartray levels up early. Sarah, cracked levels, still not as cracked as the one we lost. Eric, you tried. I also really love this image of Eric, Dorcas, Sarah, and Lynn just bodying people for no reason. Wrath, I gave you every opportunity. I don't know what to tell you, buddy. Matthew, I'm hoping we can get you some good ones. I'd love to use Matthew. He's my boy. Nils, you did everything I needed you to do. You are a dancer. I also really like this Wallace, Lucius, Matthew, and Lynn versus Lundgren art. It's a shame we don't get to see like just regular stills of these. Lucius, you will more than likely make it to the end. Wallace, I'm hoping we get you back later. If not, that means we went for the objectively better route and got Geeks, but I like Wallace. And then there's some scrub named Squash, who, for some reason, he's a character. I'm trying to remember, because I feel like the Tactician character doesn't show up a ton in the Eliwood Storywood especially. I think it's pretty much just in the first half, and then never again in the second half. And then they get to be in a couple of the cutscenes. Like, I think they're in the unsealing of Eliwood's sword. But I don't really remember them actually talking to the Tactician much, which is very funny to me. And that horse was never seen again. And now, we're going to do Eliwood Hard Mode. We will very likely... I promoted Will. I figured I'd give him a nice little boost early on, make him essentially a Jagan for when the Lynn squad returns, so that they have someone who can hit like a freight train. And if I remember right, they added Pegasus Knights to the join map for that, which will be very important for Will, because it'll give him something to do. Yeah, my Kent has got 4 points in defense on his 20% growth somehow. Figure that one out, I couldn't. Somehow has gained, I think, 2 points of strength in that same time off of his 40% growth. Or 35% maybe. Hopefully Lowen comes in, because I don't think Marcus can carry me as my only Cavalier until we get Isadora, who will be getting favoritism this run, I'm going to be honest. For real. I forgot his name is Albert. Oh, there he is, my boy Elowen. On his way to Santa Ruz. There he is, the most cracked knight until Seth. Marcus has 2 games of being an excellent Jagan under his belt. Something only one other paladin has achieved. Isadora, oh, I love her. This is my... You're gonna see me gush about a lot of minor characters in the Fire Emblem franchise. This is my Fe7 minor character. I adore Isadora. I want to know who his best knights were if he left Marcus at home. Groznia? I have no idea how to say his name, but we don't have to worry about that long. Rebecca! Hello, I am here. Yeah, they definitely survived thanks to my help and not the other way around. I definitely didn't get Lynn killed once and then reset time. It's fine. No. We suffer in this household. Oh, Marcus, my beloved. God, I just love so much of the Fe7 cast. She can do 8. You can do 8 or 10, and Lowen can finish. 9. I want to get Eliwood up early, so we're gonna weaken with Lowen and Rebecca and finish with Eliwood here. My goat. Bartray and Dorcas. Bartray the Brave. Comes in pretty much as you'd expect. Dorcas can take the Archer, and then Bartray. Well, let's see what you can do. 1464. 75 on him. That doesn't put him in one shot range for anyone, so we will do this. Alright, he got it anyway. Perfect. And Lowen can go here. Here. And give another one to Elwood. And Marcus can go visit the village. Dragon Machine. I mean, I might not need it if we just keep getting Kent level ups like that. He's going for Eliwood. That's actually fine, because Eliwood's at the point where we can start just kind of tanking some hits and gaining a bit of passive experience and start leveling up the others. You're level 2, you're level 1. We'll give this one to Rebecca. Dorcas, you have 8 defense. You are a tank. Fine. We can put Eliwood right in here. 25%. I'm willing to gamble on these odds. Wound here, and then we can give this one to Lowen. Archer. Needs the Iron Axe for this one. And keep Marcus and Dorcas ready if anything ever goes wrong. Alright, what do we got for our first Eliwood? Alright, that's pretty good. No strength or skill or defense is a little sad, but not the end of the world for him, since he got everything else. Artray, try and take this guy down. We can have Dorcas. Borrow the hand axe. here. This is going distressingly well. I'm getting concerned. I know this is the first chapter, but I don't trust my luck. We can weaken with Lowen once more, and then we should be able to finish with Rebecca, and that, I think, gets them both a level. Lowen goes for 3. Speed and defense. I'll take that. Oh, I should check growths. Yeah. Probably not getting much strength. 65 speed's pretty nice. Strength could be higher, but maybe we'll get lucky. 40%'s not the end of the world. That's kind of a typical Rebecca level up. 50% skill is nice for him. Everything else kind of mid, but he is a Jagan, so that makes sense. 55 strength, 45 speed, 40 luck. 90 HP is pretty nice. That's very bar tray. Goes in. That's not the end of the world. Archers will usually hit reliably. As long as that missed, I was happy. I cannot wait for Eliwood to start doubling things, though. Dorcas. And Barkley. Let's gamble on a 67. You'll love to see. HP and strength. Those are statistically the numbers he should get the most of. 9, 8. Oh, he already doubles an archer. Nice. Yeah, we'll weaken with Dorcas so that Lowen can take the turn to heal if need be. Just don't want him taking too many hits from axe fighters. He is bulky, but I don't want to risk Lowen this early. No, he's only got some actually. I've always said it Bartray. I know that's not correct because I don't think there's actually an R in front of the T. But Batris sounds bad. Or is there an R in front of the T? Oh no, there's an R. Okay. I couldn't remember if I made that up in my kid brain. And then Iron Axe. And then we can start weakening. He's only gonna have 50%. We can rescue if need be. He has a daughter in FE6 called Fir. F-I-R. Really fun unit. Unfortunately comes after Kritger, the best unit in the game. Who is same class. And I think they join at the same level despite how far apart they are. A little vulnerary just in case. I think we need the rapier to do enough damage to drop him, but that's fine. Rapiers aren't that good when he has actual lance access, so he can actually use things like the heavy spear and the horse slayer later, if he really needs an effective weapon. We get our second Eliwood level up. Let's see what we got. the skill and luck you didn't get last time, plus another luck, or skill and defense you didn't get last time, plus more luck. That's fine. 60 luck. Wow, that is higher than I thought. Yeah, kind of generically good all around. I will take that from Hollywood. As a Lance Lord, he actually appreciates that now. I'm bound in the direction of plot. Thank you, Nameless Father. You've given me an archer for the early game, and I appreciate that. But we have been going for a little over 2 hours now, so I'm going to call it here. Now we got the start of Elliewood's journey going. Thank y'all for hanging around and enjoying the stream. I believe I will be back next week, probably on Wednesday, I believe is my day for that. But Tuesday, I'm going to do a stream for continuing my Birthright Iron Man that I have been playing for a little bit now. Gonna be doing some more S supports and picking up some of the child units for that one. That'll be fun. And then Wednesday, probably be coming back in with this one for my birthday stream, actually. But until then, I hope y'all have a wonderful night. I dropped my Discord link in the general chat for anyone who doesn't already have it and would like to join. Feel free. I usually post my schedules there as soon as I figure it out, and I try to remember to do TikToks afterwards. I have a YouTube that has all the VODs for all of my streams, stuff like that. While kind of playing with things in the background. Which is also Spectre Squash on YouTube. I also just actually did my first stream over there, which was this one. Hope you have a wonderful night, day, wherever it is you are, and see y'all later.